Hello, hi, how are you doing this Thursday afternoon? As for me, I'm doing just okay and I'm grateful to God for life. You know that thing they say, up and grateful. So I am up and grateful to God for sparing my life. And I'm so thankful to you there because I know that if you were not in good health, you will not be there. So thanks to God for sparing your life and sparing my life. And we have come to meet this Thursday afternoon on Spectrum Television. And I'm here to keep you up to date with what is happening in Akwa Ibom, in Nigeria, in the world at large. Thank you so much for joining me on Hashtag Trending this afternoon. My name is Ofonono Joseph, and I love the fact that you push, you push, and you push. And this is just a little word of encouragement. Continue to push because at the end of the tunnel, there's going to be light, right? So we just started September, and before you know it, the day is just going, 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 and before you know it, the year is over, and you start hearing Happy New Year, and that's 2026. Well, to the nitty gritty. You know that in Nigeria, a lot of persons are complaining about the biting economy, the hardship, the hiking prices of commodity. There's a lot that's ongoing for infrastructure, for employment, for development, for this, for that. And all of this is not channeled only to the government. We ourselves, individually, our families, if we have some, government parastatals, they can also do something not only on the government. So just as this is ongoing, something just happened that has sparked controversy and criticism online. Well, President Tinubu's administration has introduced a 5% tax on petrol and diesel in Nigeria's new tax act, effective January 1st, 2026, to fund green initiatives and boost revenue. This development has sparked outrage and criticism on the internet as Nigerians are already experiencing difficulty due to subsidy removal by same administration. And now this? So now the question on the lips of people are, what does this mean for the ordinary Nigerians? What is this, new 5% fuel tax? What does this mean for an ordinary Nigerian out there? So let's see people's comment on social media. Mr. Bank says, how are businesses expected to survive and stay competitive when policies like this keep pushing up cost? Every increase trickles down to transporters, manufacturers, even small traders will feel the weight. It's becoming harder to operate in this climate. Okay, that's coming from Mr. Banks. All right, Ruth says, before the removal of fuel subsidy, Naira was 700 Naira. After the removal, it went to 1,900 Naira. Policies without cushioning measures always hit ordinary Nigerians the hardest. Okay, that's from Ruth. What's another person saying? Wavy Boy says, another strategic plan to improve the economy, eliminate debt, and fix the country. People want change, but they don't see that if things like this aren't implemented, Nigeria won't get better. The tax they are taking is necessary and cheap enough to slowly fix Nigeria. Keep working, my president. Okay, people are clapping for the president already. Ruth says this 5% fuel tax will only deepen inflation, transport costs, and food prices. Terrible move. A terrible move. That's coming from Ruth. Arab Mogul says 500 tax on every 10,000 Naira petrol. At this point, Nigeria is not a country. It's an open market where citizens are the products. The politicians eat, their families eat, even their dogs chop meat. But the people keep swallowing hardship like breakfast. Instead of fixing schools, hospitals, and jobs, they're busy sharing monthly salaries to imams and pastors just to secure 2027 votes. Imagine using religion as a payroll system while the nation rots. Okay, there's a whole lot to read from the Arab mogul, but we are going to exit that. I don't know what to say. You know, when it has to do with the president coming out to make this public, it is signed. It is done. There is no going back. You know, when we didn't foresee the removal of fuel subsidy, it just happened. And that was it. There was nobody to say, okay, let's turn back the hands of time. Oh, I'm sorry, we were not supposed to toll that path. There's nothing like that. It happened and it happened. And we're living in it right now. So talking about this, this is also going to happen. But let's just see the implementation come 2026. All we want is just to live a comfortable life, because it's biting, it's painful, it hurts. We are, you know, stretching beyond our limits already. So we don't want to get, you know, more stressed that will be beyond our elasticity, you know, because that's going to like make us choke. So I don't know why the government of the day keeps on doing what they say at the end. We're going to be grateful, but for now it is really hard and we are struggling. We just want to live a comfortable life and be okay. We're not asking for too much. Okay, I think this is going to make some men really happy. Well, the PPRO of Rivers State has come out publicly. Her name, PPRO Grace Iringo Koko, has sent a strong message, as well as created awareness, especially for ladies, on the issue of them collecting money from men, promising to meet up with them, but fails as an offense punishable by law, on the grounds that it's getting money under false pretense, hence fraudulent. You can recall that there was a video, you know, all over the social media of a lady being charged 450,000, okay, to pay a fine of 450,000 for damages for collecting 30,000 naira from a young man without, you know, going to see the young man. And somebody came out to say, was there a concert? What was she going to see the young man for? So now the PPRO of Rivers State has come out to say, okay, this is it. If you collect money from a young man and you are a lady and you promise to go see that man and you do not go after collecting maybe transport fare from the man, it's an offense and punishable under the law. Let's listen to PPRO Grace Iringel Koko.
Transport fare from a man without going to see him is an offense. A punishable offense is obtaining money under false pretense. 419. I am here to give you this piece of information because I am your number one bestie. My name is SP Grace Iringekoko, the Police Public Relations Officer for the Rivers State Police Command. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Some persons are really laughing. Even the cameraman in the studio is laughing. Yes, I guess it's like, okay, that's a really welcome development. Well, this is something, it's not a new thing. So her coming out to talk about this is not that it's just dawning on people that, oh, it's a law. She's just digging deeper into what has already been and is not been implemented. So this has put a lot of young ladies into trouble, right? So she has come out to say, if you know that you have, you know, a discussion with a young man and you're promising, I'm coming to visit you, okay, send me transport fare, I'll come visit you. If the young man sends you transport fare and you don't go to visit, but you've collected that money, you are in trouble. So we need to create more awareness. We need to make people know more about this. And I hope that this particular digging of the law to, you know, implement this is not going to put a lot of our ladies in trouble. Because when I went through the comment section, I couldn't say a word. Let's see what people are saying on social media concerning that video. Sign VDM says, the matter get asibishao. They divert the attention of the masses from crucial matters. Okay. The That's coming from Sign Video. Sharing one baby says, very good. What about politicians stealing the commonwealth of all Nigerians? What should be done? Jokers. Okay. Franklin Umana have said it severally that our constitution needs to be reviewed. Matters like this should be prioritized at the National Assembly. All right. ND09. If I send you transport fare, I no go accept refund. Even if rain dey fall and you no see motor, you go trek come or you go do jail term. I said it. This person is really so, happy, and the person is exaggerating. Pearl of Arsenal says, collecting mobilization and bail money are grave offense that should earn your officers jail time too. Okay, that one is pointing something out to the please, because we do hear bail is free, bail is free. But in our country, we pay money to bail people out, right? But we keep on hearing bail is free, police is your friend. But that's not what is implemented in Nigeria. I don't know in your state, in your, your area, if you bail people for free. So people are saying, is this what we should really be talking about in Nigeria? We have a whole lot of things, facets, sectors, sphere to channel creating awareness, into, and not to talk about a lady collecting money from a man. This is like kind of diverting, our attention from serious things in Nigeria that we should be looking into. But whatever the case is, she has passed an information which I believe would save a lot of ladies' lives, because some people could be very heartless. If you've made a promise to a man, you've got a covenant or whatever business form of transaction, do your own part. All right, so that we do not hear another story. The ladies and the men should really hold their ears and let this one sink. Just as we are discussing, talking, laughing, crying, things are still happening. We have clamored, we have, sang songs, we are, we're almost reciting a poem concerning truck killing people in Nigeria, concerning truck regulation. We're still talking about the, Dangote truck accidents happening every now and then. And just yesterday, a speeding truck is involved in an accident at Four Corner, Enugu State, due to a failed brake. We have, over 4 lives were lost and others injured. And this speeding truck just hit a minibus, hit a tricycle, and hit a Corolla Toyota under the truck and claimed the lives of these particular people. A whole family was crushed out. A whole family was out, and this is really, really very sad. Let us see the video of this. And just as the eyewitnesses were trying to explain, they heard that a truck hit, they said they heard a sound, boom, and they heard it second time, boom, and that's the truck hitting a second vehicle. And they rushed out to see that the truck was on a high speed, and then they didn't know that there was a whole vehicle with people in it under the truck, and the truck, veered off from the road to the bush. And before they could realize, because they just saw 2 vehicles, before they could realize that there was a vehicle under the truck, they just heard people saying, help, help, help. And they had already, taken so much time trying to cater to those other vehicles they saw being hit by the truck. And before they could rush to, pay attention to the vehicle that was under the truck, there was a fire outburst, and the whole people in that Toyota Corolla were consumed. Then they had to get, a heavy duty machine to push the truck away so that they could try to excavate the bodies from the vehicle. And this is such a very sad, painful, story to hear. You sleep in the morning, you wake up the next day, and you realize that a whole lot of accidents are happening in Nigeria. And the question is, we know the word is called accident. You didn't see it coming, you didn't plan for it, but sometimes can we human beings, can the drivers, can the people walking on the road, the commuters, can passengers, can people actually, prevent these things from happening? I hope the drivers do not drink and drive. I hope their attention are not divided. Maybe they're driving, pressing their phone, answering calls. I hope their tires have not run out, from friction. They're not driving. I hope they've got spare tires. I hope they've got the driver license. All of these things are questions we should ask. And of course, to the government, the road safety personnel, what are they doing? You see that a truck is on a high speed, on a single road, 2-lane, that you're not doing anything, you're not saying anything, and they just, please, we need to see that we can help ourselves in Nigeria, because we're talking about human lives now, not mosquitoes, not animals, human beings. The whole family is just gone. Please, the government of the day has to look into this and see how we can regulate truck driving in Nigeria. Let's see people's comment on social media. Namdi says, heavy-duty trucks are speeding on an opposite lane. The road safety always turns a blind eye. Federal government have been amending one road for 3 years now. Pay contractors so they can fix the road and open the second lane. One-lane driving on highways is killing Nigerians. All right. Namdi says, in 2023, a man living in my area was crushed by a Dangote truck. This afternoon, on that same Enugu PH highway, his only surviving son was crushed by another Dangote truck. Oh my God, this is so sad. Maurice Moye says, but what will it cost to have legislation banning these Dangote trucks from plying the roads during certain times? Okay. Namdi says, how can we stop the frequent deaths caused by Dangote trucks in Nigeria? The recent incident in Enugu is heartbreaking. All right. Like I said earlier, the government, they have a role to play. The individuals have a role to play. The commuters on the road, they have a role to play. Because I can see that when I'm on the road, I see people, pinging their phones, and they're working on the verge of the road. You're pinging your phone, you're not paying attention, and you're putting your headset. There could be, vehicles honking, and you're not hearing it because you've got music, loud music playing. So everybody, we've got roles to play, right? Not just on the government. And I want us to do the right thing so that we can save lives and not continuously hear stories like this. Well, we move away from that to Cardi B. Cardi B had a case in court between her and a certain lady. She said that the lady said that she was being harsh on her. So there was just an altercation between Cardi B, the world rap queen, and the lady. So the matter has been in court, and she's been going for the meetings in court, for the hearing in court. So when she came out after the hearing in court, one out of many reporters standing outside the court where Cardi B, the queen rapper, had a case, asked her an annoying and intrusive question after the court sitting, and that made Cardi B to throw a pen at him and pointing out to him that he is disrespectful and should go learn some manners. I don't know what some reporters are actually prying. They pry a lot into people's privacy, and this really got Cardi B so upset. So let's see the video.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Cardi, insiders are claiming that Offset is publicly bragging about getting you pregnant for the 4th time. Do you foresee any paternity issues with Stefan Diggs?
Stop disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. Cardi, how are you feeling?
Cardi, your court look is amazing. You're amazing.
I still love you, even though you just do some stuff that.
I don't care. You're disrespectful. Don't do that. Do you see women asking those type of questions to me? Do you see women asking those questions to me?
It's legit.
Why do you feel as a man you get to ask me those type of questions? Act like you have some manners. And your mama taught you, respect women.
That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all not gonna see me after that. And you can thank him. I'm not playing around. I was very nice, I was very kind.
Some persons are saying that Cardi B is fond of throwing things at people. When she's upset, she throws you whatever she's holding, or her shoes, or something. So they're saying that the particular reporter was actually lucky that it wasn't her heels, that she her stiletto that she removed to stone him. And you know, at some point we have, I know she's a celebrity, but we need to give them a breathing space sometimes. You don't ask some very private things about her life that she doesn't want to bring to the, public. She's keeping it to herself. It's her life, her family. So don't intrude, don't poke nose. All right, she was so upset and she was like, "You're disrespectful. Go ask your mama, go learn some manners." Let's see people's reaction to the video. Lucci Alex says, "I love the fact that she doesn't let people disrespect her. She go change her for the person immediately." Okay. Nkeng Mercy says, "The reporter lost his unborn child, maybe. Put him right where he belongs, rap queen." Okay. Victoria Anthony, "The home training he forgot to get at home. He has gotten it outside. I bet he has." Egejuru Chibueze says, "The question was unnecessary and uncalled for. Some things are for personal and private consumption." Some people should just learn to know that. Samuel Peace Dury says, "I was hoping she used something heavier. Just listen to how loud his voice were asking such embarrassing questions." Okay, asking a question that a woman doesn't want to talk about pregnancy and who's fathering her child, her fourth child, that's quite private and intrusive, insulting and disrespectful to her. So please be careful. Know how you intrude into people's personal lives and privacy, so that you won't be put in your place in public, just as Cardi B put that reporter out there. All right, today is Thursday. Let us learn something or remind ourselves of something. What's the word that we have for today before we pull the curtain? The word of the day is abeyance. Abeyance is the word that we have for today. And what does abeyance mean? Abeyance describes something in a temporary state of inactivity. That is, something in a state of suspension. That is what abeyance is. And what's the sentence example? The sentence example of abeyance is, "Our weekend plans were held in abeyance until we could get a weather forecast." Okay, that's the sentence example for the word abeyance. And right here, right now, I'm just going to, drag the curtain and close it right here on #trendy. But before we go, a word for you, because I'm going to see you next week. I'm done for this week. So this is it. Whatever it is that you love doing, that I always say, it is legitimate, it is right, it's not against the law. Whether you've got people clamoring for you, whether you've got people supporting you, but you are doing the right thing and you're not in any way against the law, please continue pushing. Continue pushing, and the results will make people come to you. All right, this is my piece from Ofanono to you. It's a wrap on #trending. I'm going to see you next week, and you better know that I love you so much. Stay out of trouble. See you next week. It's a wrap.